Today we'll be highlighting a new campaign that we've released in late May 2026. It's a threat actor that we have dubbed as DriveSurge because we couldn't find any public reporting in relation to this threat actor. The threat actor performs two techniques so far from what we've seen, which is the ClickFix and the FakeUpdate drive-by attacks. They do this through compromisation of thousands of websites. So upon visiting one of these compromised websites, they make use of a traffic distribution system named CTDS, which then brings the victim visiting the compromised website to a malicious payload. And what we've done in order to uncover this entire campaign is fingerprint several fingerprints into the web resource data source that we have, which I'll highlight one of them, and also the usage of NiceNick registrar, which we have labeled as a bulletproof hosting registrar. And they also using bulletproof hosting IP space. So in this case, one of the latest ASAN is particularly being used right now in June. So what it would look like in the platform, we would have a fingerprint like such. We started out with this domain that has this rather unique pattern where they have about 32 characters. They make use of the t.js, and we figured to create a query on this pattern like such, which we have loaded into the platform. When we are searching this pattern, as of today, we're still finding malicious host names appearing. And in this case, the malicious host names are compromised websites. So it makes it extra difficult where a trusted website, which was trusted yesterday, is now compromised. So what are you going to do with that trusted website that is now compromised? I would at least temporarily block on it because now it's delivering malware because the actors are in control of it. So you can actually see that by looking at this compromised website and looking at this malicious domain being loaded in with this JavaScript connected. So if we would look at one of these IP addresses, right, we would find out that it's also labeled through another feed of ours, which is bulletproof hosting. And you can see actually that the traffic origin data is coming out of Russia. So that could hint that these threat actors are potential Russian individuals behind this campaign. Furthermore, we went into the campaign deeper. We created extra fingerprints that have the different patterns found, similar regexes with slight different patterns, also loaded into the same victim websites. Furthermore, we found another fingerprint, which is the server configuration from the threat actor DriveSurge, which then allows you to fingerprint not the compromised websites, but purely the malicious host names. Furthermore, we also found a more preemptive detection method, which is through our domain search capability, which is on the enterprise side. But just to highlight, there's also patterns which they were using, setting up these domains and using particularly certain ASN numbers. So there's a lot of values into the search, so it is prone to change over time. So we have several ways to detect these changes and then fingerprint them again. Another interesting fact that was that they are using a certain temporary mail provider. So we saw that they persistently kept reusing this email. And then looking at the website, it names themselves temp-mail as in temporary mail. But then we found a long-term use capability of theirs. So it's not really temporary mail anymore because they're providing a long-term use. So we saw this actor, DriveSurge, reusing this certain email, and we believe that they're using this long-term use capability. Furthermore, we also found other emails that are also related to the temporary mail related patterns. And also we saw examples like such, which is delivering the Mozilla Firefox malware. And another domain, which is DriveSurge actor controlled, that highlighted all the different browsers that they're delivering as in a fake browser update, which gave us pretty much the idea they're doing all the most known browsers which they're supporting to deliver. We also found another domain, which is the CTDS that I mentioned earlier, which is a traffic distribution system framework, which is existed according to the changelog since 2015. So that's quite long already. I haven't seen this one before, but we have seen also another thread cluster using the CTDS. So it appears that CTDS is possibly being shattered in underground forum to be used. And in this campaign, it highlights that it's quite effective because we've seen quite some victims being made.